Welcome to another video in Raise Your Vibration. My name is Manpreet. I'm a self-healing coach and mentor, and I wanted to talk about your relationship with money and how your body affects it. Okay. So, our relationship with money, our attachment to money starts super, super young from childhood and how we see our parents have a relationship with money. So if they were secure and always believed it was there for them and they never worried about it, they weren't anxious, and then they had the reality where that was true and they modeled that to you. So many people did not have that experience. And they might have seen their parents being anxious about money and worrying about money. And as a small child, you would have noticed that was something to be afraid of. Like, oh my God, it's not safe. Like, it's a bad thing. Oh my gosh, right? So you would have picked up their thoughts, their beliefs about money and their nervous system imprints, and it would have come into you. It would have also come into you via the womb. So this is why our relationship with money isn't just our relationship with money, it's also our family, it's also our ancestors. So I grew up in a super middle class home where like we had money, we had a house, my parents had another property, we had two cars, we used to go on holidays, we used to go for meals, which was pretty great for that time in the 80s and 90s. And but yeah, my dad and my mum, for various different reasons, both immigrants, would be very anxious about money, never feeling like they ever had enough when they actually did have enough, but they never felt like they had enough. They never enjoyed their money. They were doing work they didn't particularly like. And that was the environment that I grew up in, and my body was taking that in, and then also the ancestral experiences. So, whatever your lineage has been through, like I come from, like my family's from like North India, and there's a whole load of trauma up there. And so there's a lot of fear and scarcity and struggle around money, around work, around survival, and that all lives in your body. And then if you're like me, you decide one day that you're going to follow your heart, your passion, and you are going to go start a business and go online and go help people. And then all of this comes to the surface because you no longer have a regular income coming from like your 9 to 5 that you might have had, and now you have got to go make money. And then all of this wounding from the past that lives in your body comes to the surface for you to deal with so that you can have a different financial reality to your family. So you are going against the grain. Now, our mind, like we are only like 5% of it is conscious. Most of it is unconscious and subconscious. And the unconscious mind is actually the body. So all of these experiences, what's been passed to you through the womb, what's been passed through you through the genes, and what you experience in that environment, and then all the other things that have come through to you as part of your childhood experience. So, for example, TV and like, people around you, and if there was any other rich people around you, like all of these things, they impact your relationship with money, what you think, what you believe is possible, and also what actually feels really, really safe in your body. So when I went all in on my business and I was like, okay, I'm in. And then money took a moment to arrive because of all these things, all these beliefs I had that it had to be a struggle, that it had to be difficult, that it wasn't safe for me because I had to do something that I really loved. Like I could only get money through like having a 9 to 5. So there was a lot of their belief systems and their thoughts around money that I had to work through. But the biggest thing that I just don't think people talk about enough, which is why I wanted to like bring this video to you, is actually the unconscious patterns that are within your body. So memories and imprints that you have from the past that you are living out with your relationship with money. So I made like lots of money in my business. I worked through some of these surface level things, like I managed to call them in, I did a bit of manifestation, I started to bring in some money, but it just wouldn't stick around for very long. And I was constantly in this frequency of struggle with it, of scarcity around it. And I would spend it really, really quickly. And that's because I had a nervous imprint from my childhood that like men took away my money and my grandma's and my mum's. So this was something that a little strategy that I had as a child that I was like, okay, what I'll do is I'll spend my money really, really quickly and then I can get myself anything I need before they get their hands on it. And that was something that was within my body and within and then started to play out in my business as well. And started, so I didn't have the money, I couldn't hold the money, I would just get rid of it really, really quickly. So what we have to do is we have to help our body to feel safe to stop doing these things. So we get aware of like what is unhealthy and healthy with our relationship with money. And then we use somatic body-based practices to help our body to feel safe to shift that behavior. So, for example, I now hold money, and even though I might want to spend it like yesterday, I will do like some practices. Maybe I'll do some breath work, maybe I'll do some EFT tapping. Maybe I'll do like using my seven senses and seeing that I'm really safe in this present moment. My dad isn't going to take my money and everything is okay. Now, I'd really would love for you to think about what are some of the family stories that you have around money that are affecting your relationship with it today, and really give some space to help your body to feel safe to change those things. So, for example, if you always worked in a 9 to 5 and you've decided to go out and to do a work that you love and served from your heart, and then you're like, oh my God, but this isn't safe because of, oh my God, because they didn't do that, and oh my God, let me procrastinate and let me not take any action because it's really, really just not very safe. Because that, can you see how that's like, I'm going into anxiety, I'm going into fear, I'm going into, oh my gosh, scarcity. I'm going into, okay, I need to go hustle or, oh. And what you want to do is soothe your body in that experience, calm your body right down. So when your body's going into an anxiety or a story about money, noticing that actually that is your nervous system going, oh my God, this isn't safe. Like, we don't have any data for this in our minds. Like, we've got no, like, we've got, this isn't something we know. And oh my God, what are you doing? Please stop. And that your nervous system will try to stop you. But if you just soothe your body and then slowly, slowly take baby steps to stretch it out and to do the scary things, it will feel safer. And if you can embody and feel in the body how you want to feel about money before it even arrives, like that is the work of, my family, especially being immigrants. They never really felt safe or secure with money. I think living in a different country that they weren't from, they didn't feel safe they were going to always be here. And that is an imprint that kind of lives within me. So what I've had to do is really go, okay, I want to feel joy, peace, safety, love, excitement around money. So I'm going to feel that way. I'm going to see that in my current reality everywhere. And when I feel unsafe, which when you're an entrepreneur, you don't know when it's going to come in or anything, you really don't know. So what you've got to do is you need to make your body feel safe. So you do that, find the somatic practices that really work for you. Like, I love to EFT tap. I love to just like be in this present moment and show myself that I'm really safe. And what happens is the more and more that you basically can do that and help your body to feel safe, and then it starts to get the experience that actually in this environment, we are safe and money is going to come through to us without us freaking out. It will stop doing it, but you have to go through the discomfort of it kind of not being there, which can be really, really difficult. When you have these very scary feelings of the past, but they're not real. And um, and the thing about raising our vibration, so when you regulate and soothe and calm down the nervous system through like the breath, through tapping, through like just stillness, whatever works for you, when you do that, you are actually moving your vibration from the frequency of fear, anxiety, scarcity, and you're moving it to a higher one, which is like peace generally. And then if you want to feel like, okay, I want to feel even better about money, remember that like when I told you the story about my parents, that they had money, but they couldn't see it because the perception, the eyes that they were seeing the world is there isn't enough money and we're not safe in it. But had they had a perception change and were like, actually, we're going to see how we've got this house, we've got another property, we've got this, we've got that. Like, how supported are we? And I know, and I've been at times when I have had no cash, and that's been a little bit hard, but you can find it everywhere, like in the food that you're eating, in the relationships that you have, in nature, like you can find it everywhere. And if you bring your focus and your attention to that and stop taking it away from the not enough, like if you make that a practice in your day, then that is going to be really supportive of your nervous system because it's going to keep showing your body, oh, we're actually really safe. We actually have loads of this around us. Oh, we can calm down. And this is really important as well for your sabotaging kind of behaviors like procrastination, self-sabotage, overspending, and even not spending. Like I have had clients that have made loads of money and they won't spend it on themselves because they're afraid to give themselves what they truly, truly desire. And this is your nervous system. This is your unconscious mind, like stopping you from having what you truly want. It's telling you a whole story that we can't actually have that. Now, the brain like your ego is all about survival. That's what it cares about. That's all it cares about. So annoying, I know. And if you can sort of be stronger than that part of your mind, and you can be the leader and like conductor of this whole experience, you can decide and choose to perceive whatever you desire. And like whenever I work with people and they're earning money and they don't feel like it's enough or they're not earning enough money and they want to earn more money, this is really what it is. Like if you can help your body to feel safe and find the tools that work for you, then your body will calm down, your vibration will rise, and then like using your perception to see all of the abundance around you and really in that regulation. And then that regulation as well, like listening out for the intuitive hits of what you're supposed to do. Like one of the things that I've been guided to do is share videos on YouTube. And I don't exactly have loads of people watching me every week, but I'm being brave and following that internal guidance to record a video for you guys. Um, Even though it feels really uncomfortable, and that's because I have to do like that little bit work on my nervous system. And to be honest, doing it today, it feels a lot better than when I've done it before because I have been stretching it. So this is the allowing myself to be visible, allowing myself to be seen, which would be something that I would sabotage because it wouldn't feel safe, but it's feeling more safe now because I have been like imagining the money I desire and then placing it in my body and then seeing the resistance that I have and the stories that I have and being like, oh, okay, oh, I noticed that it says I'm not safe because this person might get angry with me, but oh, that person's not in my life anymore. So we can sort of delete that from the database that my nervous system is doing that with. And we can do that with our bodies. It's so, so powerful. So, big lesson for this video, your body is the problem. Your nervous system is the thing that's keeping you safe. If you can support that to feel better, and then you start taking some actions that maybe feel a little bit uncomfortable, that will call more money in. Also, people in my world, I have had a client who has literally got two lots of six figures out of nowhere, not in her business, just normal life. So you can call in this money from anywhere. You don't have to have a business at all. Like you can have it from anywhere because she was really managing her frequency around money and her fear and her stories and her family stories. Now, if you would like a little bit more help with this, I have a Raise Your Vibration class, which is completely free that you can sign up. The details are in the note things. And you can also join the free community. I'm holding this space until the end of May 2025. So you can come in for free, can share your questions, share like what you're shedding, what you're releasing, what you're working through. And I explain how you can do this because I feel like everyone should do this. Like we tell ourselves a story about why it has to be so hard, but when we change on the inside out, these little miracles and magical things start to come find us. So come and join us because I'd love to have you there. And thank you so much. And if you like this video, please like, subscribe, hit that bell thing because it really supports my channel. And I would love for you to share in the comments like what this video brought up for you. Has it made you realize some family patterns? Is there stuff that it triggered in you? Or like, are you manifesting some money? All of it's good because it's all like building up this conversation. And yeah, I'll be in the comments. So I'll see you there and I'll see you in the next video.